I'm going to share with you the three key elements that helped me become a successful trader, and I'm going to get into each one of those in very specific details here so that hopefully it can help you too in your trading journey. But before I go any further, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Trading is risky. Most people do lose all of their capital, and this is simply for educational and entertainment purposes only. And again, I don't make any promises or guarantees of anything whatsoever. So let's get into it. So I've been trading here now off and on for 15 years. I recently got very serious about trading, and there are three key elements that really helped my success or helped me become a successful trader. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is time. All right, price does very specific things at different times of the day. And that's something that I had to become, and that's something that I had to understand so that I could apply my systems and my strategies based around those time periods. A quick example, the New York stock market opens up at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Price does very specific things or has different types of reactions around the open and around the close of the stock market, for example. Same with forex. When the forex market opens and closes, volatility is different at different times. I used to be one of those traders that would sit here all day and try to trade my strategy from literally 6 in the morning all the way up until the time I went to bed. And after a while, I realized that I only need a very small window of time to execute my trades in a day. And for me, for a very long time now, that's been a 2-hour window during the New York Open. So for me, time is extremely important because I learned how price reacts or tends to move during that specific block of time where it puts me in a position to have the highest probability for success. The other piece here is price action. Everybody talks about how price action is king, and it is so true. I know you've probably heard it. I've heard it 1,000 times, but price action literally is king. My charts used to look like a rainbow with tons of indicators on them. You know, moving averages, this weird named indicator that I can't even pronounce, for example. All right, now today, my charts literally have almost zero indicators on them. If I do have an indicator on there, it is something that is not lagging. It is an indicator of a specific level, or it's just a colored background to show me the differences, or to show me when the London session opened or closed, or New York session opened or closed. That is it. So I trade with naked charts, trend lines, and levels now. All right, nothing more. It really doesn't have to be that complicated. All right. The other piece here is money management. Now, nobody talks about money management. In fact, this probably should have been the first thing I mentioned in this video, because I can tell you firsthand, going through many challenges, all right, be it in forex or be it in futures, money management has come above all, or should I say, has been the primary piece that has allowed my trading system for me to get me a funded account or to work in my favor. All right. It's been the money management. It hasn't necessarily been the system. Sure, the system is good, but the system can be a lot better if you have proper money management. And what I mean by that is this. For example, I used to trade a lot doing 1-to-1 R, or I'd risk $1 to make back 90 cents, for example. All right. And yes, that did very well and still does well to this day for me. But as I grew as a trader, all right, I wanted something a little less stressful. And let's be honest, you're going to mess up in trading, and you have to allow yourself or give yourself that breathing room, because you will mess up. All right, you will miss an entry. You will try to re-enter. You will do all of these things in your trading journey that are going to mess with you. All right, so from a money management standpoint, what I started doing is targeting a higher risk to reward. All right, 4R, 5R. And yes, it's been achievable for me in a lot of cases with the way I trade. But more importantly, what that has allowed me to do is it allowed me to mess up and then trade with a lot less stress. Because if I lose one trade in a day, and if I lose that second trade, and for me, I stop right at 2 trades. If I lose that second trade, All right, I know that all I need is one win, okay, to get back into profit. I could lose 3 or 4 and 5 times. I know that if I just have one winner, I'm right back at least break even. All right, now it's a little better than that for me, to be quite honest with you. But my point again here is targeting those higher risk rewards and then holding my position, even if it runs all the way up to 4R and then back down to my break even, not moving an inch and just holding to my target. I have seen much better success as a trader here. So again, nobody talks about that money management piece. I think that is absolutely crucial because it can take a system that is somewhat profitable or almost there, and it can turn it into a very profitable system. All right. One other thing I did want to mention here is backtesting. Backtesting your strategy or system. There are not many profitable traders that I know who don't sit down and backtest their strategy. Okay, backtest it and forward test their strategy. I do both. In fact, what I will do is I will go back and I will backtest my strategy, let's say from January 1st to the current day. And when I'm done my backtesting, I'll go back and I'll do it again. And then when I'm done that period again, I'll go back and I'll do it again. I do it over and over to train my brain to get those reps in that allow me to see the setups, and perhaps there's things that I missed on the first pass that I go back and go, aha, you know what? I probably would have taken that trade and that was a loss. All right. You're not doing yourself any favors if in your back testing, you're like, well, maybe I don't think I would have taken that trade, or it looks like it almost hit my stop, but it didn't. No, that would be a loss. And these little things, for me personally, when I go back and I back test the same time period over and over and over, get those reps in, I find them. And I find these little nuances and I say, okay, would I still be profitable if I took this trade? All right, let's assume I took trade A, B, and C. Would I still be profitable? So back testing is extremely important in trading. And then before I let you guys go here, I want to talk about emotions, because that's something that I have dealt a lot with in my trading. I can't tell you how many of these funded challenges I would have passed if I would have just been able to get my emotions under control. All right, there's been far too many times where I have been very close to, getting funded or a payout, and then I have a bad day. And what happens? I try to get into another trade. I try to make that money back, and I have another loss. Then what happens again? I get angry. I try to get into another trade, and then I lose again. And at that point, I just say, you know what? I'm already down this far. Why not just risk everything? And then I'm going all in, and then I blow up the account. And then I'm able to regroup and get my emotions under control. I start over, and then 15 or 20 days go by, and I look at my results and say, you know what? If I would have just got my emotions under control on that day, I'd be funded right now, or I'd be at a payout right now. I have seen that happen over and over in my results because I journal everything. I track everything I do. I write down how I'm feeling. I take a snapshot of the chart. I just journal every little detail so that I can track my progress as a trader, so that I can constantly improve on areas where I may be weak, or I know that I need more self-improvement here. I can tell you, if you work on these pillars here, it can help you become a better trader. It certainly has for me, and I'm continuing to build on them even to this day. So if you like this video, feel free to go ahead and subscribe, comment, like, whatever the case may be there, and I'll answer any questions you guys may have in the comments. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you soon.